Hi, I'm Liz with Liz's Crafts, and today I'm going to show you how I made these, I guess, honeybees. So what I did was I took my craft resin, epoxy resin, and I put equal parts of that and the hardener in my cup, and I stirred it for 4 minutes to mix it all up. So once I stir it for 4 minutes, then I'm going to add my mica powder to it, and I am using carbon black mica powders, and I did get these off of Amazon. And my craft resin I got from craftresin.com. It was actually cheaper than Amazon. And I'm just going to stir this up, and you want to make sure that it's thoroughly mixed up before you use it. And as you could see, I already have one project there, which I have in a different video. I will try to remember to link that in the description box. But I have this bee mold, and I'm not quite sure where I got it from. It was probably either Dollar Tree or Hobby Lobby. Probably Dollar Tree, I would say. And I'm just going to use the remainder of my epoxy resin in this mold, and I was able to get 2 of the bees. And I didn't fill it all the way up because they are pretty deep. And then I'm just going to scrape every drop I can get out because I don't like wasting my resin at all. So once I get it all scraped up, then I take my long neck lighter and I pop any bubbles there might be. Now I don't have a debubbler or anything like that, so I do stir my my resin slowly. Now this is later that same day, like I poured it in the morning, and this is about 7 o'clock at night. And you know, I'm always in a hurry to demold my projects instead of waiting till the next morning. But I really should have waited because it would have popped right out, because these are still not fully cured. I mean, they're bendable and everything like that. If I'd have waited till the next morning, they would have probably popped right out because they would have been hard. But it didn't mess it up at all. So there's one of the bees. But it was a little difficult to get out of the mold, I will say that. So if you have more patience than I do, wait overnight. But here he comes. He's coming out. He's coming out. It takes me a little while. It really does. Because I didn't want to, you know, distort it in any way. So if it had been totally hard, you wouldn't have to worry about that. So there's my 2 bees, my honeybees, and they're pretty thick. And I thought I was going to use this magnolia yellow pin to put the yellow on my bees. But as you'll see, that didn't work out very well. And I did turn the tip because it's a double-sided tip. And it's still, well, you'll see. I tried it. See that? You can't see it at all. Nothing. So yeah, that didn't work for me. You could barely see it. I mean, barely, and that's not what I wanted. So what I did was I got out my acrylic paint. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I got out my white pen, and it did work well. And so I'm just doing the wings. And I mean, it poured out. So I had a puddle on the top of that wing. But this white pen did really well. I don't know what the difference was. But look at that. I know you can't see too well, and I'm sorry about that. So I'm going to do the other wing. Of course, I was making a mess. Oh, messy. Because it was coming out good. And you can use acrylic paint for this. I just thought it might be easier to use my pins, which it wasn't too bad. Okay, so there's that one. And I'll speed this one up for you. There we go. So there we got both of the wings done. And this is where I get out my King's Gold acrylic paint from Apple Barrel. And my little paintbrush there, and I'm just going to start painting on some yellow stripes. Now, I like the head and that second, or that first body part to be black, and then I do a yellow, and then there's a black body part, and then the end of it, the next to the end of it I do in yellow, and then leave that bottom part black. But you can paint them however you want. I would just alternate, the yellow in between the black. But I did put several coats on it. And I really wasn't letting it dry in between, but you really need to, because if you don't, then when you paint over the spots that you've already painted, and if it's still wet, it'll just take it off. But I always get impatient. I need to learn patience. Patience, grasshopper. Patience. So I'm just going to make you watch me paint these all day long. Apparently. Sorry about that. So yeah, I think this is the last coat of the King's Gold that I put on my bees. Mahana bees. And that gives me the right color that I want. The darkness. Yep, that's the color I'm looking for. And I won't make you watch me do the other one, or maybe I do it off screen. I don't know. Or maybe I don't even do it. I don't know. So I just have some homemade Mod Podge, and I put it on the wings, and then I have this fine glitter that I'm going to put on the wings over top of the Mod Podge. And I put a good amount on there because you can always shake it off, and as long as you have it on a piece of paper, you can always put it back in your container, what falls on the sheet. So there we go. There's the first one. I mean, it's not perfect because I'm not a very good painter, but, you know, and this time, instead of using the brush on the Mod Podge, I just used my finger. I think that worked okay. And now, you know, once my bees are done, I can use them in a craft project. You know, if I do something with, you know, bees or honey or even sunflowers, you know, the bees come into the sunflowers. Although, do they do that to sunflowers? Maybe the little ones. Well, anyway, so I'm putting glitter on these wings. And this is just some glitter that I got in a package of different glitters from Hobby Lobby. And that's it. There's my bees. Now I can use them in a craft project. Or you can put a magnet on it and put them on the fridge. I did think about doing that. But I decided I would probably, they would be better useful to me on a craft project. So here they are. I mean, you know, it's not the best job painting. Like I said, I'm not very good at it, but it's okay. Again, I'm Liz with Liz's Crafts, and if you like what you see, give me a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and I will see you in another video. Bye.